My first walking video for Aquaholic, which I did last week, was one of my least popular and most popular videos on the channel. Least popular because it didn't get as many hits as my super yacht videos, so it did pretty well, but most popular because people left some lovely comments. So, going to have another go today, and we're going to start here again at Torquay Marina. It is, after all, Aquaholic. It is 6:30 in the morning, just gone, and this time we're going to take a walk along the pier and look at some of the lovely boats, and then we'll come back around here and we'll do a loop around the bay, so around this way, out along the seafront, past the headland, out to Livermead, and then we're heading inland and we'll go to Cockington, which is this beautiful thatched village. So let's go, shall we? So, still very quiet obviously with the self-isolation going on. So we've got this place pretty much to ourselves. Now this is the Princess Theatre, just here. There's some great shows on there in the past. Hopefully will be again. And this is Princess Pier coming up. So I'm going to do a lap along here and back, and then head on around the bay. Now the sun is just coming round. I did have a crazy idea of getting up super early and filming the sunrise, and I realised that actually the sunrise is over there. You can just see it peeking out now, so we'll be completely in the wrong place for what I wanted to do. Maybe another time. It is also very early. So here's Torquay Harbour, and in particular Torquay Marina. As you can probably see, we are a little bit cloudy at the moment. We were promised absolute clear blue skies right from daybreak by the Met Office, but compared to the Met Office, they are thousands of miles away in Exeter. Now, what I always find slightly sad about Torquay is it's one of the most beautiful towns in the country, and this is one of the most beautiful areas. But look at this. This sort of riot fencing they've put up here. Now you'd think, well, okay, it's only temporary. It's been there for years. And it's the same when you look at things like the railings, all scratched and in desperate need of painting. And you think, really, I know it's austerity and all that business, but is it really too much to ask for a little chap with a pot of paint to come round, give it a bit of a spring clean? It would just make such a difference. Anyway, let's not moan, let's carry on. Okay, so that is Rock Walk. That is where we started off, right at the top of there. And now we are heading this way, down right around the bay, around that headland, and on down the coast. Now, I mentioned in my previous walking video how sheltered the bay is in anything other than an easterly. Well, it's the easterly that we've got at the moment. And you can see, even with very light winds that we've got at the minute, there's a bit of swell rolling in, and you can see it most clearly just here. This is normally very, very sheltered. If you look along there, you can see it even more. So that's what we suffer from a little bit when it goes easterly. Luckily, the prevailing wind conditions are normally westerly, so it's pretty good during the summer. This is the Cockington Court development. Now, that used to be a hotel. It was abandoned for a long time, and then it caught fire, and then it got knocked down. And then they built this, which I think is fantastic. It's a really nice gateway into the bay. This is as you pretty much come around and into Torquay. So the only thing I think is a bit of a shame is they never lit it. I think that at night, if it got blue lights along it, would look spectacular. But no, they didn't. So hey ho, nonetheless, looks good during the day. And this is a feature I particularly like as well, because with this bridge, I reckon these days they'd have brought it across and then straight down to the pavement. What they did when they built this one was took it out over the beach, or over the sea as it is at the moment because the tide's in, curled it round and then down. I think it makes for a really nice feature. A little flourish at the end. May your life be like a curly bridge with a little flourish at the end. Again, could do with a lick of paint, couldn't it? Never mind, let's get going. Now there is a walkway that we can take right along in front of the sea, but I think today is not going to be a very wise day to do it. Maybe on the way back. Yeah. Braver than me. I'm going to walk out to the end of here, take a look at the view, and head on a bit further. I'm just starting to see a bit of proper sunshine now, which is nice. So that is Paynton straight across there, that's Brixham, and that's Bury Head. So if you're heading down the coast west, you go out around Bury Head and away you go. And if you head that way, you're going east, so that's up towards Portland Bill. And in fact I can't quite make it out from here, but just on that little headland there, that's where London Bridge is, which we saw in our last video. Cool, let's carry on. So we're stopping for our last look at the sea before we head inland towards Cockington. Here it is. Okay, let's go. So we are going to take this crossing, but I don't think we're going to press the button for a couple of reasons. One is we're in a lot of traffic, and B, I don't particularly want to touch anything. However, I will tell you a true story about crossings, which is when I were a lad, wee small lad, I was crossing on one of those crossings once, holding my mummy's hand like this, and I said to my mum, "Mummy," I said, "why does it make the bleeping noise when the lights change?" And she said, "It's so that blind people know that the lights have changed." And for ages afterwards I thought, yeah, okay, that makes sense, but how on earth does a blind person drive a car? I was relating that story to somebody once, and they admitted that when they were small, they were in the country, driving along in the car, sat in the back of the car, looking at this great big electricity pylons that sort of loop like this between the massive pylons. And they said to their dad, "How come we never see these pylons in cities?" And his dad said, "Well, it's because they run all the wires underground in the cities." And in his child's mind's eye, he envisages massive caverns under the cities with pylons in them, with the lines still going like this. Children are stupid. So let me tell you a little bit about Cockington. Well, Cockington is a medieval village, would you believe? All thatched, and it looks like something straight out of the 16th century. It isn't far off of what it is, of course. So it's a very nice walk up through to it, which we're going to do, and then we're going to go and take a look around and show you what it's all about. So this is pleasant. It's a little boardwalk that runs right up through the woods to Cockington. It runs adjacent to this stream, you can probably see here. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Okay, so we're pretty much at the village now. There's this cute little bridge to cross, and you'll start to see a few of the nice buildings. Starting with this one here, which is a gateway into the grounds, but we won't go that way, we'll go a different way. Perhaps we'll see if we can come back this way. But welcome to Cockington Country Park. This is taking us into the grounds proper, past the gatekeeper's cottage, I think it is. That's some history right there. And this is the grounds proper. So where to first? I think let's go down to the lakes, and that's this way. This is the gamekeeper's cottage, and the earliest record of this is from 1517. There's some history for you right there. And here are the lakes. Okay, so that's the lakes. What I'm going to show you now is Cockington Court. Now, Cockington Court is a 16th century manor house. Very impressive. Let's go take a look. Now that down in the centre is a little cricket pitch. You can see the pavilion up on the top. You can't beat a thwack of leather on willow, can you? Or failing that, a good go of cricket. And then right next to this beautiful old building we've got Cockington Church. That's nestled in the trees just up here. Around the back of here are some rather lovely gardens and some craft centres. And most places are up and running, obviously it isn't at the minute. They've got glass blowing here, they've got a chocolatier here. It's fantastic. Anyway, so have a quick look in this garden. That's through here. Fantastic. Let's go right through. So just here is where they do all the glass blowing and so on. In fact, you can see a little plaque for it here. This, of course, is normally open, but sadly not at the moment, for obvious reasons. It's a fabulous place, though, isn't it? Let's go on through here. A little explore. And then right at the top, above that, you've got these neat little studios, just here. So these are for artists and craftspeople. Craftspeople? There's only one way to say that, isn't there? Craftspeople. And yeah, one of those places thriving in the summer. It is a lovely place to come. It's a lovely place to come now, but it's obviously a tad quiet at the minute for very obvious reasons. And finally, right up here is a play area for the kiddies. I used to bring David up here, my boy child, now my man child. Is it time for an embarrassing photograph of David, I wonder? It's always time for an embarrassing photograph of David. It's all very 28 days later seeing it like this, isn't it? Very sad, really, but hopefully only temporary. So that's about it, really. That's an overview of Cockington. There's a lot more here, some lovely walks up through the woods, for example, and maybe that's something we'll do on another day. But I'm going to head back down now to the seafront and head back along. I hope you'll stay with me. We'll film a little bit more and just get some nice scenery on the way back for you. And hope you're feeling fitter after that stroll. And we are back where we started, up above Torquay Marina, and I hope you enjoyed that little stroll with me today. If you have, do let me know what you think in the comments. Do click the thumbs up, that always helps analytics, and please do subscribe and hit the little bell, because there's more of these coming and it'll let you know each time one is uploaded. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll catch you again soon. Take care, bye bye.